Good afternoon. I'm here for some Girls and Panzer. Hopefully you are too. That's right. Let's just... Oh, the volume's already on. That's really embarrassing. I thought I had muted that, but... You know what? You don't put the headphones on. No, I don't want to load up a mail program. What is wrong with you? Anyway, you don't put your headphones on when you're setting up the show. Well, that's your own fault. And by which I mean my own fault. Don't know I was trying to depersonalize that. Perfection. And there's an ad. Because why wouldn't there be an ad? There's always an ad. All right. Oh, Bank of Montreal. You hired Winston from New Girl, so I like that about you, but... I mean, you're still a bank, so... You're probably not good people. Perfection. And there's an ad. Because why wouldn't there be an ad? There's always an ad. Okay. Well, weren't you on vacation, Desire? I don't think you have to apologize for being on vacation. In fact, it would be slightly crazy to do so. I'm not calling you crazy, I'm just saying, don't apologize. Unless you've done something wrong. Have you done something wrong? In which case, yes, always apologize. Okay. Obviously, we're gonna go and do another Panzerfahren festival. Which tank will it be this time, pray tell? My beloved Semivente? The Somua? The ARL-44? The Mark IV? The Mark IV. It's absolutely going to be the Mark IV. Okay, now I just have to, equip it. Hey, Stanley, what's up? Alright, so first off, I need loading assistance. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a package. Just a moment. Sorry about that. And then I dropped the keyboard on the floor, because it's that kind of day. Yeah, you're crazy, Desire. Nobody's unhappy to see you on a stream. Sorry for calling you crazy, but that's just a fact. I know that just because something is in your head, that doesn't make it feel less real, but no, nobody's unhappy to see you on the stream. Alright, what does Alice do? Bunch more attack. Oh, hello. Kume's really good. Hoping somebody else can increase my attack a little more, but I guess I'll have to take reconnaissance. And of course, fire extinguishers. It's gonna be brutal. Well, Stanley, if they can think up another mode or two to add in, I hope they will. I don't think we can guarantee that they're going to do more DLC for this game. Honestly, I would rather them just do Girls and Panzer Dream Tank Match 2. add a bunch of features that we've been wanting this whole time, and then go for that. Alright, Mark IV. Let's do this. You're not bothering me, Desire. Don't worry. And again, it's completely you don't have to say you're weird. It's completely normal to be self-hating. Literally everyone does that. Sure, Desire. We'd love to hear it. Okay. Here, flag tank, flag tank, flag tank. Arrgh. You're being ignored, Baron? I am sorry to hear that. Hello? Where the hell is this guy? We got 2 tanks. Nope. Boom! Come on, come on, come on, faster! Ow! Oh my god! Okay, we got this. Come on. No! Come on. No! Oh my god. I love that the RRL snuck up on us. Come on. Okay, that was closer than I wanted it to be. Hey, pal. Red bullet? Obviously, I want the Hetzer on my team. I'm not a crazy person. Well, no series is a better, Hey, Trung, what's up? I did not see that there were messages on, Twitch, Trung. I'm sorry. Hey, Andre. Well, that's just how I pronounce that name. It's embarrassing. Okay. Let's do this. Perhaps the most Russian girl. So who's the flag tank? Oh, I'm the flag tank. Nice. Well, that's simplicity. Oh my god, that's adorbs. Here we go. Well, there's no reason you would meet a girl like Katusha in Russia. She's a foreigner who's obsessed with Russia, so she's stereotypical. Really? Do you think the turrets look that similar, Trung? What the hell? Come on. Come on. Damn it. Oof. Alright, that was embarrassing. Trung is in the Twitch chat. They better not be hiding over at the temple the way these guys do. There we go! You guys want to help me out here? There we go. Come on. Sorry, Mr. Elephant. Whoops. Kaboom! Oh. No, I'm taking the Yag Tiger. I would love to take the Tankat, but I cannot risk the Tankat ending up as a flag tank, which can happen randomly. Then I'm pretty much killed immediately. Alright, let's do this. Oh no! It was a Yag Tagger. I misidentified it as an elephant. And that's on me. There we go. So, who's the flag tank this time? Because I'm going to have you hide yourself away. It's me again! Yay! That's the flag tank right there. Come on, let's just pound this kitten. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on. We gotta get these guys. Ah! This is my favorite thing about the Mark IV, the two-cannon drift kill. I get that. I get what you're saying, Baring. Of course, Ore beats BC Freedom. Trung, there's no continuing series if they don't. I'd love the Pershing, but I'd prefer the Chinu. Given my history of being utterly destroyed by Chinus, I will always assume it's the toughest tank. Alright, who are we up against? Rosehip? Alright, let's do this. Alright, ARL. As usual, I'm going to have you hang back while we look for the enemies. Wish me luck. That would be great, Desire. I know I have questions, which is... what kind of... It's not a spoiler if you can tell me what new tanks are featured, because I haven't looked into it at all. And it's the kind of thing we're going to find out just by watching it, so... Look at these guys. What about Poland? Trung? Okay, there's the flag tank. Here we go. Seriously though, be sure to ask Desire any questions that are non-spoilery. Oh, really? I didn't know about that cameo. Or I didn't notice it. Come on. Damn. They just can't get a good angle on my armor, can they? Where's the rest of my team? Have they all been killed, or are they just not... They've all been killed, okay. Oof! Well, that was bad. Well, that was brutal. I swear I took a fire extinguisher, but apparently, as a dummy, I took shells instead. So you're saying it's only good in comparison. So yeah. I do want to know what tanks were in there, though, Bearing. Alright, let's do this. Oh, there's the flag. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh. Come on. We got you. Oh, beautiful. Nice. You have a good night's sleep, pal. Put a Churchill on my team that way if we start getting hit. Maybe the Churchill ends up as the flag tank and its ridiculous amount of armor saves our lives. Boom. It's weird, that's twice in a row I've been the first battle. And next, time to battle the mechanics team. Okay, here we go. Careful. Where are you? Okay, I forgot which trigger was which. Doesn't actually make sense, because they're literally the left and right guns, but, you know. Come on. Ow. Come on. There we go. That went okay. I thought I was going to get shot in the back there, but it went okay. And now the flag tank is behind me. Okay. Here we go. We got you. Nice. The thing that always confuses me, right, is that the top bar should be the left cannon and the bottom bar the right, and I get confused because it's not. It's a T-28! Oh, that's fantastic. Oof. Poor Poland. Oh my god. Who are we up against? Nana! I did not know that, pal. Let's do this. Alright, here we go. You, hide back here. I'm gonna go murder people. It's true, the cannons aren't that loud comparatively. That sounds pretty impressive, Trong. Yeah, I haven't watched Chernobyl yet, but oof. Everyone says it's fantastic. Boom. Damn it. Okay, well that was just embarrassing. Thank you, God. Come on. This whole rotating thing is for the birds. Come on. Ow. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. I feel like trying to take on 2 tanks on my own in the Mark IV was a mistake. So I'm going to go get some backup. I'm a little disappointed in my team for not being able to hit her once the entire time I was out here. There we go. Now can you all help me with these other 2? Jesus. I know the only way to win is to get the flag tank, but oof. But I need some backup if I'm going to get these guys. I got 2 heavily armored tanks, and I'm in a ridiculous tank from the past. Okay, here we go. Come on. What? That was amazing. Okay, I destroyed the wrong tank somehow. Somebody want to finish this guy off for me? I feel like I did a lot of the work for you. His back's completely exposed. Tread damage. This is really your perfect moment to do some killing, but no, okay. It's all me then. And I shot the dirt. Ugh. I know I could make them follow me, but I didn't want to put my flag tank in any kind of risk. Seriously, what is that thing? It's a beast. Is that the Tiger 2? The king of the tank jungle, as it were? Alright, here we go. Scratch damage. That beautiful drift. And I got scratch damage. Come on. Oh no, my tires! Get in here, you fools! Help me out! Can't believe I said tires instead of treads. Ah, this is getting brutal. Okay, that was closer than I would have liked. I mean, we got there in the end, but that was closer than I would have liked. Way to go, Poland. Oh, Poland had such a rough time with all of their national leaders getting murdered by the, It was a Tiger 2. I'm glad I was able to identify that. Yes. It's just so disgusting how they're like, hey, let's assassinate all of the Poles so that we can more effectively control their country easily after the war. Oh no, final duel in the amusement park. As long as we don't end up fighting the Type 10 in Dream Tank Park, I'll be fine. T-machines. Okay, that's pretty beautiful. Okay. There's my beloved T-28. Who's the flag tank? Is it my beloved T-28? Oh, God. That's not for the best. Alright, so, my beloved T-28. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to stay here in the corner. You guys, assault this area here. You assault this area here. And, Erica, you're going to be my backup. Where are you, follow? There it is. Now, why do I have to set a I don't have to set a destination for follow. Okay, good. No, Dream Tank Park isn't worse than Plains. Plains is still the worst because there's just so, like, when you're looking for one tank, it takes forever. It's just, Dream Tank Match, it's impossible to surprise her. Like, she's so good at zipping around the map that she will always surprise you. Like, you need a map where you can kind of see her coming and figure out a plan, and there's so many places to hide in Dream Tank Park. There we go. In Dream Tank Park, that she'll be able to find you no trouble at all. Like, she'll be able to surprise you every time. Plains is still worse because she has crazy reconnaissance ability. So she will, like, see you from all the way across the map and blast you from all the way across the map. Yeah, and it's like, you can try shooting her, but there's no way you're going to get a shot at her back from all the way across the map in Plains. Whereas she doesn't have to worry about shooting you in the back because her shells will go through anything immediately. She doesn't have to worry about hitting weak points. Her shells are just modern shells that go through whatever. That is pretty crazy, trying to think that Poland had that strong an army. Although, honestly, if I was living next to Germany, I'd have a strong army, too. Gotcha! Okay, that's a mouse. Later. There's a mouse, everybody. I'm not confident in my ability to damage it at all. I'll keep trying, but I can't even damage its treads. That's how tough this thing is. Okay, it made the mistake of facing away from me, so I was able to defeat the mouse. But it was close. Whew. Yeah. Oh my god. What is happening? Oh, Erica! You were pushing me out into the field where a guy was ready to murder me. Please be more careful, Erica. Yeah, Switzerland are the only people who have a good deal living next to Germany. Because they know how to keep their heads down. Come on. We got this. Okay, was that incredibly cheap? Yes. And it's kind of weird that the muzzle velocity on the Mark IV shells is so low that I had a chance to shoot and, you know, start the reload cycle before the match ended. Oh, that worked out perfectly. Well, I say perfectly. Alright, Mark X battle. Sorry. Mark X versus us. Versus everybody battle. It was a passionate, nice game. Thank you for saying. Oh, come on! It's like I'm being teased at this point. Alright, everybody, let's do this. Oh, good, the T-28 is my flag tank. I'm not saying I have a prayer, but... Ooh. Oh, and we started at the north end of the map? Damn. This is gonna be roof. Alright. I'm heading for the town, obviously. Yeah, this is gonna be roof. Does anybody see any sign of her? Hello? Nope. Here we go. Ah! Damn. Well, that was brutal. Oh. Well, that sucked. Oh my god. Well, that was brutal. I thought, oh, I'll angle myself. Ah. I'll be fine. No, I was not fine. Damn. Aww.
ローズヒップさん、マーラジャさんは簡単に言うと偉大な王様ということですよ。ああ、いい。
Oof.
ところでダージリン、勝ち抜きの商品はそうね。知性で予測しろ。インドで伝統といえばサリーでしょうか。可愛い。
Hey, Adam.
一回着てみたかったんですよね。現代のマハラジャは格式あふれる豪華な屋敷をホテルにもしているようだから、そのホテルへの招待かもしれない。
Yeah. Oh, I hear what you're saying, Trung. I'm very concerned for the Poles. You did miss the Type 10. Just rewind 5 minutes, General Adam. Watch the Type 10 battle, and then come and meet us. It was brutal. See you soon, Baring. Well, I don't think it's equivalent to a king, pal. I mean, they don't take orders from cows. They just respect them. As well they should. Cows are great. Oh, that's great, yeah. Have you got the game loaded up? Desire? Do you want to get in on a friend match while we chat about this? Oh, is there an additional tank in the Switch version? I had not heard that. I should ask Hylian, who I believe has the Switch version. Cool. Let's load it up, Desire. I'll just win this match. Hopefully. Look at that, not skirting, the ridge up there designed to cover the mounting ring of the turret. Nice. Well, I'm not an expert in Hindu faith, pal, so I'm gonna point you to Google for that one. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Where are they? Where do they hide? Here, guys. This map is ridiculous. By any standards. I agree with you, Rukuriri. Who the H is this enemy? There we go. Let's do this. Well, I think you gotta remember, Pow, it's entirely possible that a bunch of it comes from how incredibly useful cows are for their milk. Right? So, and this is something I was talking about the other day. What people don't understand is that how throughout history, right, it's easy to forget how impossible it was to get clean water, right? Alright, so how incredibly difficult it was to get clean water throughout all of history. This is why I was talking the other day about how everybody in medieval times was kind of drunk all the time. Because basically the only things that were safe to drink were beer and wine. You know? But there is a third thing that is always safe to drink, and that is milk, right? So you're in a place, there's a good chance you're going to not be able to drink anything without dying of the many bacteria that live in water, because you don't know about germ theory, so you don't know to boil water, right? And so right here you got this animal where it's got giant udders and is constantly giving milk. And a cow is essentially a giant filtration system designed to make water safe for humans to drink. Obviously, it's to make water safe for its own offspring to drink, but for our purposes, for human purposes, the amazing takeaway of the cow is the cow can drink some pretty rough-looking water, and then hours later, you can take milk out of that cow and you can safely drink that milk. So, throughout history in a place like India, you'd have to imagine that for farmers to survive, for people to survive, having tons of cows around would be vitally important. How people do this with goats as well, sheep. You know, goats were incredibly important to goats and sheep were incredibly important to people in places like Greece and a lot of the Mediterranean for the exact same reason, because their milk is always safe to drink. And so if I had to guess where this Hindu thinking of the cows as sacred is, I would not be surprised to find out if somewhere way back in history they developed the understanding that the only thing that was keeping them all from dying of thirst was being surrounded by cows. So they're like, well, we've got to look out for and protect these cows. That becomes a religious tradition, and then now we have cows are as God and sacred and are necessary for life, which, again, historically has been true for them. Yeah. I will be right there. Desire for power. Just going to wrap up this battle against Meho. And we'll do it. So yeah, if you're going to have to check with historians of religion, but if I had to guess the big, you know, what the big historical context for development of that fixation on cows was, that'd be it. And again, I don't remember what book I read that, you know, laid out the facts that everybody was drunk in medieval times all the time, to the point where a canteen was called a wineskin. Like, that's just the first word they had for canteen, you know, was wineskin. Because like it was, oh yeah, it's the bottle it's the bag you keep wine in, not a water skin, a wine skin. And everybody was drunk in medieval times all the time. And after I read that book, I was like, okay, now European history makes a ton more sense to me. Just a bunch. There are already books about this. Alright, let's go get online with Desire for Power. And we can chat on Discord and Desire for Power. Sorry, I keep calling you Desire for Power. You've changed the name Desire, and I apologize for that. Sergey can tell us about the trip. Damn right. I'm just going to go, sorry, Black Forest Peak. Today, you are losers. That is a lot of wind outside. Hope the birds are okay. I've got some 2 newborn pigeons out on the deck right now. And I think they're sheltered from the wind, but I am a little worried about them. You don't want them getting tossed around. Oh my god, it's the best possible team to have a flag battle match again. We're not going to do it because we're going to go do that, but we'll continue this next week. Oh god, if only we could have saved Finland for the downhill match, though. That would have been nice. Yeah, I'll skip the story, that's fine. Oh, hey, I'm the flag tank. Nice. That might get randomized next time we're here, though, obviously. Boom. So I'm unbelievably excited because I found a place where people have dumped old PlayStation 2 game ROMs. My PlayStation 2 broke, so I'm not going to be... I haven't been able to load up any of my beloved PlayStation 2 games for a while. Not yet. We can do that later, though. So we're in this situation where I desperately... There's a couple of games I wanted to load up, but I didn't know what the how you could go around ripping ISOs from your PlayStation 2 discs, if that's a long and involved process. So I checked the internet, and people have already done that for me. So yay! What I'm saying is, look forward to the Hidden Object Guru playing a bunch of 24 the game. It's true, Hans. Alright, I'm going to go invite Sergey. Apparently Brad is playing Thronebreaker. That's the Thronebreaker, that's the card game, right? Alright, now I'm going to load up Damn Right Pug. And Desire is about to tell us about a trip to a place that we all call Japan, but they call Nippon, because we don't use their name for their country because we are casually dismissive in a way that I've never understood. Like, you know, there's no reason we can't call it Deutschland. It's not a hard word to say. We're like, no, the Romans called it Germania. We insist to this day that the Romans were right to call it the name they gave it when they were naming it after a guy named Germanicus. What I'm saying is, the way we name countries is kind of ridiculous. Boom. Alright. How do I phone someone? This is something I should... Ah, that was actually much easier than I thought it was going to be. Nice pug.
Hello.
You're here!
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
You're back!
Yeah, glad to be back. So, also, on the subject, I was told that they, when it's written, they do say Nippon, but when they say it, they say Nihon.
Yeah, they do. And that's why the language, the country is Nippon, but the language is Nihongo.
Yeah, right.
That's another thing that's always confused me. But the point is, none of it sounds anything like Japan, which is what we call it.
Yeah, I wonder where did the word Japan actually come from?
That's a really good question. It could be what the Portuguese wrote down when they first got there. You know?
Mhm.
'Cause so many of our words for things are just based on misspellings.
Hmm?
And this is something that's really easy to find out, so we're probably just going to check that later. So, have you got my invitation to the match?
Yes, I'm in the tank choosing.
Oh, you're in
menu.
tank selection. Well, I'm going with the Semavente, so I would suggest you take something with a turret, so you can absolutely dominate me, because I do not have a turret.
I don't have many of these tanks customized.
It's fine. You don't need a super customized tank.
Just a cruise.
No, I get it.
I like making Hana my commander.
Hana is one of the best commanders. I'm not going to deny that.
Okay.
She's so classy.
I know. Wait. Oh, there we go.
There you go. This should get brutal fast. Alright, I'll say I'm ready.
This reminds me of the first match we've ever had. We had the same loadout.
This is going to get brutal. Alright. So, how did you enjoy your trip? How long were you in Japan for?
6 full days, plus a morning and an evening.
Wow. Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah. Now I did promise on Discord to write more about it, but the schedule was so tight that I couldn't do it while I was there.
Well, you can write now.
Yeah, through this weekend I'm hoping to do that.
Yeah,
Because
please.
it was a lot of
Where
fun,
did you
so-
go? What did you see? What was the what was the best part about the trip?
Pretty much the whole trip. I loved every single bit of it.
That's fantastic.
I can't pick my favorite moment. Every day was eventful. Every day was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's amazing. So where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you fly to? Where did you start your trip, and how much did you travel while you were there?
How much did I travel, in kilometers?
Well, no,
Was it
just
big?
how much did you travel around the country? Like some people, they go to Japan, and it's like, here, I'm going to Osaka. I'm staying in Osaka for 4 days, and then they just, see everything there is to see in Osaka, and then you go home. Did you try to see the whole country? How much traveling did you do? Japan's not a big place. You can see the whole country in 6 days.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can see the whole country in 6 days. Oh, by the way, hi.
Hey,
But
that was brutal.
I'm sorry. That was a bit. Okay, let me. I'm sorry about that being so sudden.
Hans says both Nihon and Nippon are completely acceptable.
Oh, yes.
But most
they just-
people write Nihon. There you go.
Oh, they write Nihon.
Yeah.
It just,
So
yeah,
if you
one
write it,
writes
it's always going to be Nihon, or at least most of the time, but it's fine to say either one. See, thank you very much, Hans.
Yes, Hans. Yeah, thank you.
So, answer the question. Where did you start? Where did you go?
Okay, so flew to Tokyo, or more so to Narita. It's
Okay.
outside of Tokyo, the airport. But
Gotcha.
First day, the 14th, the evening of the 14th, I was in Tokyo. Didn't really do much other than move in and relax after the flight.
Right.
The 15th is when the fun started. Hey, sad thing, I can't play and talk at the same time.
Then you're going to get beaten pretty badly.
Oh, come on. Now mine is gonna run out faster.
There we go.
Whatever.
So, you flew in, you got yourself settled into where you were staying. What'd you do then?
So the evening of the 14th, yeah, I spent in the hotel, chatted with a bunch of people, basically relaxed after the flight. The 15th,
Nice.
The 15th was number one, the day of the premiere, which was very important.
Of course.
And I needed, and the first day, on the 15th, I wanted to see Tokyo first. So, on several days there, I had a guide helping me go around and translate for me. And
That's
if we were to
fantastic.
visit- yeah, if we were to visit historical places, to give me the history on.
Oh, that's great. That is the way to do it if you're going to a country where you don't speak the language.
So on the 15th, yes, I was with a guide, and we went to Akihabara first off.
Right?
Basically, the way I planned it, in Akihabara there are a bunch of stores, There's many of them. And I planned them according to my interests. There was
Nice.
Frozen Panzer and animated related stuff, and anime related stuff. And,
Gotcha.
Also, I wanted to visit a few airsoft locations.
Oh, of course. Cool.
Fun thing. Japan. I don't know if it's actually very popular airsoft there.
But they make all the guns.
Not just they don't just make them. In the 80s, they pretty much revolutionized the whole market.
Really? Yeah, because I think of being airsoft as like the thing that comes from Japan, but I don't know if it's actually popular there. I just know that that's where Tokyo Marui is, and they're the guys who did all of the big advancements in the tech.
Yeah. If you want quality, you'll go for them. However, one thing I'll say, it's a thing that we complain about here in Russia with a particular gun.
Yeah?
The AA-12. It's a complicated, like, automatic shotgun.
I'm familiar with the AA-12, yeah.
Yes. Thing with it, some of the cog wheels, some of them are cast, some of them are made in a different way, so they don't really work together well.
Oh, so they don't, the teeth don't really...
Yeah, the teeth are prone to breaking.
Oh.
And that's what happened to my one. That's what happened to ones of other people here. And the sad thing I found out is that you can't just buy
Hans just... Here's something. Hans just Googled it for us, and he's like, yeah, there's no clear answer on why we call it Japan.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery that we'll never know.
Again, so I'm going to go with my assumption. Portuguese people are bad at translation. That is going to be my explanation. Portuguese people are bad at translation. So anyway, continue. So you were there. You wanted to see some of the airsoft stuff.
Yes. The thing was, I wanted to order a few sets of parts, a few part kits with those cog wheels. Not just for myself, but for other people here
Yeah.
too.
So to help you repair them. Gotcha.
Yes. It turns out you can't do that. You have to phone the company. You have to wait for
Oh.
them to check if it's in the warehouse. You need to wait for them to deliver to your local store.
So even if you know the exact part number, they can't just like grab a box of them for you.
They will need to look for them, and they'll need to deliver to you. It's gonna be pricey, and it's gonna
Yeah.
take a long.
But they will ship it to Russia, right?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I've never truly phoned the company.
Yeah, well, I mean, you should, because I had an air conditioner break, and so, yeah!
Sorry.
That
No,
was a
only
surprise.
terms.
Anyway, yeah, I just had an air conditioner break. No! And, yeah, I had to, phone up the company and be like, I need that replacement part, and so that's on its way. So I know the hassle of that, and it's going to be a while, and I assume you're going to be in for the same jive.
Okay.
So, you were in Tokyo, you saw the Girls in Panzer movie.
Yes.
Is it the best movie of the year?
2 weeks prior to the premiere, I did
Okay.
not see anything about the movie on any website. I basically, thanks to my guide, who actually found like the tickets in a faraway theater.
Oh, so it wasn't playing in like an easy to find location?
It was, but the tickets for all the easy to go to locations
Had
were
already been sold out because it's so popular, right?
Yes. And because of the theater's location, a bit tough to get to, like a long way on the train.
Oof.
There were still tickets there, and I'm glad to have gotten a chance to see it.
See it on opening day, yeah.
Yes. Wait. Oh, that was a.
That was a badass drift. Did a drift, shot you, and then after shooting you, I did the 180 spin. Completely accidentally, but it looked really
I
badass.
didn't see it. I just put my controller down and I'm just talking like that.
No, I figured, don't worry. No one's judging you for your performance in this match. You've still killed me twice while you're not playing the game. No one thinks worse of you. But anyway, so you got to see the movie opening day. Was it like an audience full of people who were psyched to see it, or was it a relatively empty theater?
In there there were a few empty seats, but most of them were still taken.
Okay.
Just on the premiere. Basically, what was I gonna
Uh-oh.
What was that before? Completely forgot. Yeah, I wanted to say, if you have any questions about this finale, I'll answer them a bit later when we get to that.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you're backing up. That's a good technique.
Well,
You're
that's where my
backing up
cannon
thinking
is. Oh no!
that- I flipped over too. How you doing?
Oh.
Wait, what? No, I'm not. This is awkward.
Yep.
What?
I don't know how you missed. I'm like legit confused about how you missed. And then I busted the treads in my tank, so now I'm just dead.
No, I think I shot them. It said treads damage.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
It
if
said
it was
treads damage.
And then I healed your treads! Yeah, but that doesn't stop you. You have that
Now
superior
your
Christie
suspension, yes.
suspension.
Your shots will though.
Oh, I know.
Oh no, Aki, no! Messed up. Anyway, so I saw it on the opening day. It was a lot of fun.
Right.
I want to talk about it separately. So that
No, no, of course, of course, of course. So, what did you do for the rest of your trip?
Okay, on the 16th, I went to full day to Ibaraki Prefecture, which is where ORI is.
Oh, nice.
It's actually pretty close to Tokyo. The town itself is about 120 to 140 kilometers away from Tokyo.
Oh, so it's like an
hour,
hour, 2 hours to get there.
Yeah, about an hour and a half, 2 hours by train.
Nice.
It was a fun experience to go around the trains. There was a lot of nice views, a lot of rice fields, the beautiful sky. Basically, I do like the cities in Japan.
Yeah.
Like convenient, everything's close together. It's easy.
Countryside's beautiful, though.
Yes, the countryside is marvelous. It's absolutely wonderful.
Nice.
I generally like the countryside a lot more.
I'm ready to go whenever you are. If you want to stick with BT, do it. If you want to switch to another tank, be my guest.
Wait a minute.
So, what was Ori like?
Ori. Oh, I actually didn't go to Ori first. I have a friend who lives in a town, in a different town. It's on the way though from Tokyo. It's called
Okay.
Ami.
Gotcha.
Ami. Because the reason I went there, I wanted to basically. So, okay, I'm getting sidetracked again. So I'm heavy into military stuff, into,
Right.
like wartime history, all the different vehicles, and that stuff. But surprisingly, well, actually not too surprisingly, Japan has kind of like moved away from that. It's
Right.
pretty subdued. It's very subdued.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that because I don't know the full meaning of the word. But they don't discuss it. They don't
Yeah.
discuss it as much, and they don't have many of those museums around.
Right.
The
Well,
rest of
I think they. I think I would not be surprised to hear that there was a cultural. There was a cultural taboo against anything that could be seen to celebrate war after how badly that last one went for them.
well, not so much to celebrate, but to learn about it, maybe.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what history is
Oh,
about.
no, I know, but the problem is there's a line there that you can accidentally start celebrating stuff, and it's possible they don't want to get anywhere near the line. Because the thing is, let's face it, tanks are badass. Everyone knows that tanks are badass. So once you get a room full of tanks, it's hard not to feel like they're badass. Whatever the intent of the museum is, people walk out of that museum thinking tanks are awesome.
Exactly.
So I can understand just not wanting to be near that at all. But anyway, so you went to. Why did you go to? What is the connection between your love of military history and your visit to Ami?
That museum in particular, it was recommended to me by a friend who lives in Ami,
Yeah.
and I was told that it's a good museum, and it is. It is about the history of an not aerial, but a base near the town of Ami of the time of the war that was training pilots,
Okay.
Japanese pilots. There was a lot of stuff about planes, a lot of stuff about how the pilots studied for it, a lot of stuff about kamikazes as well.
Of course.
Movies and with expositions.
Oof.
It's actually it's very sad to watch. I'll be honest.
No, I can imagine. Yeah,
And
it's
I
a rough story.
I couldn't understand most of the language, but I still knew what they were talking about, and
You still picked it up because of the filmmaking.
Yes, and it almost made me cry.
Jeez.
I'm gonna be honest.
No, I mean it's a rough story. Like those guys being so desperate to defend against the oncoming American forces that they were just crashing planes loaded with bombs. It's terrifying.
It is, although it is part of a religious belief also, I was told.
Well,
So,
both
like,
a religious and a historical belief. I mean, divine wind comes from two things that actually did happen. Like, two different times, China came and tried to do a mass invasion of Japan, and two different times, monsoons swept up and destroyed the entire invading Chinese forces. So, once that has happened twice, like 100 years apart, you've kind of got to maybe think that God is on your side.
they thought that it was a divine war that they were destined to.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Well, they had called it the divine wind that came and swept away the Chinese invaders both times, and they thought, okay, well, you know, this is going to be, we're going to make the new divine wind manually. Like, we're going to do it ourselves. And that's why they called themselves kamikaze. Because they're like, we are the inheritors of that legacy. It's a beautiful story, and it is really tragic. Like, I totally get why they thought that, but oh, what a mess.
Sadly, there was also a lot of diaries and notes from while I was studying.
Oh.
There. And I'm very sad that I couldn't understand what they said. Like, absolute non-existent knowledge of.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, I mean, luckily that's something where if you do want to do more research, people have written a ton of books about the, ever since they found out about the what do you call it, the Japanese army edict that everybody write a letter, like when you're leaving for this duty, write a letter home to your family about why you're not coming back, because there's a good chance you're not coming back. And there have been many, many books like telling that story. So if you want to do more research, the research is out there.
Okay. Another interesting thing about this museum, they have.
Sorry, Hans is correcting me. It was Mongolians, not Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Hans.
You also, the museum. You also have an intact Zero plane. So that was. Also
yeah, Hans was mentioning that in the chat, that there's an intact Zero, and it actually functions.
I'm not sure if it functions, but it is in good. It's very in good condition. It's in very good condition.
Yeah.
Where did he mention that? I don't.
It's just one up.
Oh, there's actually working an airworthy Zero plane. Yeah, I see it. I'm not sure if the one in the museum itself is called Yokaren Peace Memorial Museum, I think.
That's a nice name.
If Hans, if you're willing to look it up to see if the Zero is working or not, you're totally free to do that. It would be very interesting to actually know that.
So, you had overall, you saw some very emotional stuff. They had some amazing exhibits. How was your time at the museum overall? Like, one of the highlights of the trip? You had a great time?
Yes, it was. It was good. I'm glad that I learned all that stuff. I'm glad to have seen it.
Yeah. And then, did you finally get to Ori?
I did get to Ori. Sadly, it was only 3 p.m. when I got to Ori, so it was the full day that I spent there.
Ah, okay.
But anyway, I made up for that with basically visiting several places that I really wanted to see. And,
right.
And it was my first time on the Pacific coast. It was the Pacific Ocean, so it was very, very memorable indeed. Once again, when I'll do the posts, I'll.
Well, you got lots of pictures, right?
Of course, that's what I said.
Okay, good.
I will post a lot of pictures. I was told that they turned out really good, so I want to share them even more with you guys.
Nice. Well, I'm very interested to see it.
There was actually another. Wait, excuse me. What did you just do?
I dug up under your tank.
Yes, I know.
Which
I know.
might not seem scientifically possible, but it looked badass.
I mean, tanks can drift.
Yeah. Boom.
I mean, I meant that mouse can drift and the T20 can.
Exactly.
So this is fun.
But when you got all sorts of pictures of it, how did it look as compared to how it's depicted on the show?
Seeing it for real, it's magical. Simply put, it's magical.
Yeah.
It, I may be impressionable, like easy to impress,
No, that's fine. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It's
Really.
absolutely wonderful.
That is great to hear.
Like I will say that most of the beach, in fact, in Warai, it's made of in the show and their film. It's very sandy the way they draw it. It's actually very much made of rocks.
Ah, okay.
As equal amounts of rocks as there is sand. So I don't know. It's not a complaint by all means.
Oh no, of course, but it's not surprising that they would have made it much nicer and cleaner for the show. Hans wants to know if you did any flips on the beach. I'm guessing the answer is no.
Wait, do you mean like flips?
Tankrobatics. What else would he be talking
I
about?
can't. I don't have tanks to do tankrobatics. I don't
there
know
you
how to do flips myself.
Okay.
I really enjoyed one part. And do you remember the second building that gets blown up by the KV2 in the movie?
Of course.
What is it? So there's those two buildings that the KV2 blew up. Those are both hotels in real life.
Really?
Yes. And the second one that it blew up, the larger one,
Yeah.
the people of Warai, they modeled this on the side of the building. They made a little I don't know, installation where it looks like the hole from the impact of the KV2 shell on the building.
Oh, there's a decal of the or painting
Yes,
or a
it's like
mural of the KV2 hit. That's beautiful.
yes, it's a thing they put up there. And I was like so in awe of
Yeah.
them doing it as soon as I noticed it.
Wow, that's so cool. I love that the
Okay.
town has like really embraced its part of its place in anime history.
Yes, also there was a thing that I linked to you. I pinged you about it on Discord. Is a
Okay.
picture of the T95 in a window of a house. It's like
Yes, I saw that.
it's a little flag with the T95. They have a lot of those there. With the Type 10, P40, all
Oh,
of those.
that's cool.
They also have different rooms dedicated to certain characters, specific characters. There's,
Really? So it's like
yeah.
so there's like a Girls and Panzer museum in Orai.
It, yes. Well, there is the Ori Museum, but if you want
Right.
to look for the Girls and Panzer stuff, it's basically in random rooms, and you
Oh,
have to look
okay.
around the street while you're walking down.
That's
I'm
so
sad
crazy.
I didn't. I am sure there is one of Hana, and I am so disappointed of not being able to find it.
Oh.
Because personally, I did draw Hana a few times. I have a few drawings. I might even post them on
Right.
Discord. And I wanted to kind of donate them to that. So,
Oh.
like, because especially when I come back, maybe like a few years later, and I visit that same place, it's gonna be like so wonderful to come back to it to see it again.
Oh, that's so neat.
To kind of contribute to it, and to contribute to it.
I get it. I mean,
Anyway.
again,
so
it's just so wonderful to hear that this real town has so embraced its connection to a beloved piece of fiction.
Yes.
They're like, yeah, you know what? We weren't
Actually-
famous for anything before Girls and Panzer, so we're running with this. And then someone tells HOGuru that no, actually they were quite famous for a bunch of different reasons.
Wait, I was actually told that Warai and Ibaraki in general is like one of the least visited.
Really? So this might be their only thing.
Yes, it's like, but not only thing. I still think that people live there.
Of course,
and
yeah.
There is a lot of history there. There's still a lot of history. There's all kinds of it.
Okay, that said, there's a lot of history everywhere. Humans are a very old
Yeah.
species. But
Yeah.
that does sound
There's a lot of
amazing.
history. The
Okay,
first
so-
time I visit.
All right, so
I
we're going to have to
walked
wrap up
around
this.
the street.
We are going to have to wrap up the stream now.
No.
Andre, I know,
No,
Sergey.
what?
I'm very sorry, but will you be down to tell us more about the trip next week?
Next week I'll be on the flight to the U.S., so I can't.
You're
do
going to
that.
the U.S.?
Yes, to study for the month of July.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It will help me. Like I'll pass an exam. It's called the TOEFL.
I'm
No,
familiar with
that's
TOEFL. That's the English language course.
yes. It will help me to get into university.
That's
It will help me.
fantastic. Well, your English is already
Maybe
great, so I understand you have to get the certification. So
the depressing thing about my English, I had my final exams and my Russian language exam.
yeah,
I had 71 out of 100,
okay.
but my English language, I had 92 out of 100.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
bit
I mean your
depressing.
English is already perfect, so I can only imagine you're going to breeze through the English language
Yes.
certification of TOEFL. Yeah, I know someone
Yeah.
who teaches that course, so there you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh, is it possible for me to meet them? Are we going to LA?
No, no, she lives in Canada, so there's a zero possibility you can meet them.
Okay.
It's sad, but there you
I
go.
I really wish I could have talked about this
You're,
in more
you know, you're
length.
still going to get to, right? When you
Yeah,
come back for
I wish
another
to talk more
stream.
girls. I wish
That's the thing. We're
no,
gonna.
because
Oh no, I
I'll be on
know.
the fly while the stream is up,
Oh,
so
no, no,
I
I
won't
understand
be.
that, but we can have it you on another day. It's totally fine. We're
Okay,
gonna
I'm
want to
just
hear more
worried that
about
we
it. Just
won't.
let us. No, no, it's totally fine. We're gonna. This isn't the only time we're playing Girls and Panzer. This isn't the only time we're streaming. You're gonna be able to come back and
Yes.
tell us more about the trip. Because honestly, I'm psyched to hear more about it, including your thoughts on Girls and Panzer. Hopefully, I will have been able to see it soon. When is it coming out on DVD?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm gonna
I'm
look
not
into
sure.
that because I want to see it sooner rather than later because I would love to discuss it with you here on the show.
Yeah, one thing I'll say. A problem with Das Finale
Okay.
is that you cannot get into it like from Das Finale. You have to watch the show to understand it.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
major.
true. Yeah, it's not its own thing.
Uh,
I mean,
because one thing, the way it ended up, my guide actually ended up going on to see the movie with me.
really,
Yes, and she told me that although it was really good to watch,
it's you can't
it's
follow it at all.
yes, she never heard of Girls and Panzer before this. She saw only Das Finale Part 2, and she said that, well, it's always like this battle, 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 a bit repetitive, and
And
she wanted to know more about the girls' lives outside of the matches.
I'm like, well, then watch the
Yeah.
show.
Yes, and in Das Finale, I will say it's very similarly structured
Okay.
to the first.
Yeah, where we
So
get a little
there's
bit.
a battle.
We introduce the new team. We got a lot of battling.
Yeah, we have a battle. We have a battle in the first part. We have a battle at the end that we leave on a cliffhanger for the next
Ugh.
year and a half.
And now
But
another year and a half to wait.
but
But there
but
is good character.
every
But there's good character stuff in the middle.
they show it very briefly. Like they
Okay.
try to show off all the characters and develop as much as they can, but it ends up being very brief for each of them. And if you're coming new to the series,
Oh
you
yeah, no, no.
usually
I mean, but honestly, who would start watching Girls and Panzer the second episode in of the second season of this show? Like, come on.
probably the people, well, probably just as much, just as many, probably yeah. It's just like screening Das Finale 1 in Russia with
With no context at
no,
all. Yeah.
no backstory, no back. People didn't understand it at all. I'm so ashamed of it.
Oh.
Marketing campaign for World of Tanks. We
Yeah, but they
gotcha.
can't. Yeah,
We
but they
can't
can't
tell.
go and they can't go and tell you about this. It's ridiculous. All right, so we're wrapping up the stream now. Sergey, thanks for coming by the stream. As always, we appreciate it. Say goodbye to everybody.
Okay, goodbye everyone. I wish to be here. If not next time, then the time after that.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. Enjoy your flight to LA, and then if you're able to get online the time after that, we'd love to have you. Hopefully, with the time difference, it won't be too early in the morning for you.
Well, yeah. If it's on Saturday,
Yeah, it's 9
yeah,
a.m.
I'll make sure to like let you guys know of the schedule and whatever.
All right. Just remember to bring your PS4, he said, as if you had to be told that.
Oh, I can't bring my PS4. I can't bring it. I'll have an already.
Oh,
Bring it.
okay. Well, then we won't fight. You'll just get online and you'll tell me about the trip.
Yes. I have
Okay.
a lot of things I promised to get for other people already. I don't think I'll have space for a PS4.
Oh, that makes sense. All right. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, talk to you later, Guru.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Was it
Okay, I hung up as you were talking there, Desire, and I'm really, I hung up after you said bye. I apologize for that, but in my defense, you did say goodbye. Uh, we're wrapping up the stream here. I will see anybody who wants to join me tomorrow for War Thunder. But until then, I'm going to say au revoir. And of course, next week we are back for more Girls and Panzer on Saturday. While Desire is flying from Russia to Los Angeles. So way to go. See you soon. But until then, au revoir.